Okay, peace and blessings, greetings. This is Sister Roni coming at you live from my house. Yes, due to coronavirus, I am preparing myself to teach from home and, setting up a system where I can continue to communicate with my students. I teach high school at Franklinton Preparatory Academy here in the Central Ohio community, and I wanted to just test out my technology and what I need to do to improve upon. So please give me your feedback. I'm going to do as help with a problem that one of my students sent me via a messenger, just to show them how to do the problem. And so let's get started with some background information. We are going to be working with quadratic formulas. Quadratic formulas is one of the three functions that we have. So you have linear functions, which usually consists of creating a line. You have quadratic functions, which consist of parabolas, and then you have, of course, exponential functions, which we'll get into some of that later. But we're going to be focusing first on the quadratic functions, okay? And the standard formula for quadratic functions is ax squared plus bx plus c. So let's put that up here. They usually come in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So now we are trying to solve for x when we are using this quadratic formula. We were gifted with a formula that we could use to figure out what could be the x values. There's going to be more than one, which is evidenced by this plus or minus. Okay? In this particular problem that we're going to do, it is 2x squared, actually negative 2x squared, which makes a big difference, uh, plus 9x plus 3 equals 0. In order to do this problem, and the hardest thing is probably just like getting familiar with the formula and those type of things and understanding the concept of square root. So we'll get into that in a moment. Let's just go ahead and identify the first step in order to solve this problem, even if you didn't know how to solve a problem, but you can follow instructions, is identify A, B, and C, because those are inside of this formula. Okay? So what is A? A, according to the quadratic standard form, the quadratic function in its standard form, is going to be negative 2. Okay? B, B is going to be a positive 9. We don't have to write it positive, okay? C is 3. And all this information is going to be helpful when we plug it into this equation. So now we'll rewrite the equation with these numbers in these respective places, okay? So let's get started, all right? Do this on your own piece of paper, because the more you practice um, with math, the more you become familiar with math, the easier it becomes. So a lot of people are intimidated by math because it's like another language. And just like as if we were learning another language like Kiswahili or Spanish or Wolof or anything like that, we would have to learn the basic alphabet and the symbols and the basic language. So this is just an introductory video. Don't worry, we'll get into all that. We're going to start all the way back to the beginning with some of these math classes online. But first, I just wanted to give you an example of how easy it could be if you just follow the instructions. So we got B. B, we're going to plug it into here. We're going to rewrite this. X equals, okay, I'm just trying to make sure it's reflecting well on the screen, 9, but we have to put a minus 9, because as we see in the formula, it has a minus 9, all right? And then plus or minus the square root of 9 again, 9 squared, minus 4 times A, which is minus 2, All right. And C, which is 3. Easy. We're just plugging stuff in, okay? And then it's divided by 2. And what is A again? -2. All right. So now this is just, first is some just simple arithmetic we have to do, okay? So I'm going to rewrite it again. Hope you can see it on there. X equals -9. And we're just going to simplify, okay? I'm going to simplify it a bit. Make this smaller so I have more room. All right. Plus or minus square root. 9 squared is 81. Because 9 times 9 is 81. And that's what 9 squared means. 9 times 9 is 81. All right. Minus times a minus is always a positive. All right. A minus times a minus is going to be a positive. So we know our answer is going to be positive because this is positive here. So a positive times positive is a positive. And we get 4 times 2, which is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 8 times 3 is 24. And then we divide that by 2 times -2. 2 times -2 is going to be -4. Okay? And now we simplify it more. We're going to still have our -9 plus or minus the square root. If we add these two together, 81 plus 24, we will get 105. Because 4 plus 1 is 5, and then 8 plus 2 is 10. All right? Doing a little mental math. All right? Some of you, this might be easy. For some of you, this might be a little hard. So this is just a little introduction because a lot of students see these type of problems on the standardized testing in classrooms in Algebra 2. So we're going to go ahead and put our -4, which we already had. Now we would need a calculator to do the next part. So we have -9. So I'm going to have to erase some of this off the board here so I can have room to work. Okay? Or actually, I'll just show you on this paper. So I have -9, okay, divided by -4. That's going to automatically make this a positive, okay, because a minus times a minus and a minus divided by a minus equals a positive, okay? Let's see if we got room to work over here, all right? I'm going to go ahead and put equals. It's going to be 9 square root 105 divided by +4. I almost messed up myself. See that? By +4. And then it's a plus or minus. I forgot the plus or minus. So it's going to be 9 plus or minus the square root of 105. Now, your answer key, if it's a multiple choice problem, it might end like that. It could also look like that. But we also can simplify this more, okay? So let's work on that. We're going to take this, we're going to erase all of this here and just focus on determining what that is. It's good if you have a good calculator, but you also could use the Google, the internet. All right, if you put in the internet on Google, if you put in the square root of 105, let's see if that shows up. Nope. There we go. I'm figuring this out. Square root of 105, if you type it in there like that, what do you get? 10.24. We're going to just round up to the nearest 100th. So we're going to put 10.25. Okay? So it's going to be 9 plus or minus 10.25 divided by 4. And we're still dealing with this is what x equals. Okay? 2 answers for x, because if it's a parabola, remember that parabola had a -2. It had a -2. So we know the parabola on a graph is going to be going down somewhere, okay? And I could probably determine the vertex of that by using part of this formula. But let's just say it's going to be going down like that. And you see here, it passes through the x-axis 2 times. All right? So those are the x values we're trying to find. This is not perfect, but I'm just trying to show you these are the x-axis we're trying to find. This was a parabola, which was a quadratic function, which usually has an x squared, a coefficient, which is the number in front. A coefficient, that's what the A stands for, it's a coefficient, the number in front. But we were trying to determine what the x's were. All right, so let's go ahead and solve this a little bit more. So now I have 9 plus, so I'm going to have two problems. 9 plus 10.25 divided by 4. Okay. And then I'm going to have 9 minus 10.25 divided by 4. So x will equal both of these. In my calculator, I'm going to just plug those in. Okay. So I know that 9 plus 10.25 is going to be 19.25 divided by 4. I'm going to go ahead and plug that into my phone calculator or my Google calculator. You could use your Google calculator too. So let's do that. I'm going to go 19.25 divided by 4. And it equals, we get a number, 4.81. Sometimes math gets a little messy, and it's okay. All right. We get into those decimals and those fractions of numbers, and that's okay. Now, what happens? We got now 9 minus 10.25. That's going to change our answer a little bit, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what that is. I am going to clear this, and I'm going to put right into my calculator just the way it's written. I'm putting 9. Oh, let me see. There we go. 9, I'll show you. Minus 10.25, which equals, all right, it tells you the answer at the top. You see that? Let me see, equals. Actually, it didn't tell you the answer at the top. There's the answer right there. 1.25, negative 1.25 divided by 4. Let's clear that. Divided by 4, which equals negative 0.3125. So now you can go as detailed as this. So all of these answers, 9 plus or minus the square root of 105 over 4, which looks kind of neat, you know, or 4.81 or negative 0.3125, all of these equals x. These all are the same. So these two is this one. It can be written in this form or it can be written in these two forms. You have to put these both answers. Okay. So that is a little bit of quadratic formulas, also showing you how to use your own resources, your tools and calculators. If you come upon a math problem that you do not know, all right, you can always use your resources because we are in a technological age where a lot of information is available to you online, especially this math and these things. So learning how to use your tools and your common sense can help to teach yourself math even better. So again, this is Sister Roni signing off on this first math lesson in quadratic formulas. If you have any questions, please, you know how to contact me. Bye. Peace. Peace and blessings.